I think it's fair to say, and I'm kind of waiting to see Simple really make his mark on this year. I feel like in these group stages, we've seen other players like Zywoo, like Shiro really show up. I want Simple to do the same here. I want him to prove he is absolutely still in contention for that best player in the world. Let's see if he can do it. It is Na'Vi starting on the CT side, and Bit just spotting for some early info before dropping back.
Overpass. I love this map. This is where people get exposed if they're just not good enough. The Julies won't be good for either of those two pushing short B. And that's map control taken by FORZE. Not going to charge straight in with that though, but Jerry will collect those Julies. Zorte having a look with the P250 in the meantime. He's been made the raid boss. He's got the Kevlar and the pistol for that extra range. Always nice to go fishing. Normally we can find Simple doing the same when he's on the T side. I'm waiting for the buy round to see who's got the anime M4A4 gun. We need more presents from the anime gun. I know you're a fan.
I'm sure there'll be some in there. I feel like there's always at least one player picking it up. MPL just looking towards Monster. There's still one flash in play for Na'Vi, so they might try and time that well. It was actually Simple stealing the kill from behind him.
The artist formerly known as Nipple.
Ooh.
Taking one in the face. Jerry's moving through those Julies down. He'll be lost again as Simple looks for his third of the round. You can see the flashbang support as result is dropped, leaving Krad and Zorte. Now it's just Zorte, 1 versus 3. Na'Vi able to hold, despite that early loss on short B, they prevail on the B-bomb site.
Yeah, they just kept jiggling back and forth, making sure they played for info, making sure they got some fights before the push actually came onto the bomb site. And man, Simple starting sharp. I mean, the way he just goes over to Monster, basically steals the kill from MPL. Takes matters into his own hands here. And that is what I want to see from Simple in this series. I feel like he should be styling on an opponent like FORZE. So nice to see that confidence come through early.
Seeing a number of players. Now, the last thing he wants is to drop the rifle to this squad. He'll try to move back to a safer position. Still somewhat isolated though, but he does have Bit in connector for support. That'll make life easy, but again, you can see FORZE trying to get close and use these numbers. So Simple will have to fall back surely. He's got to fall back and try and bait them into Bit, who swings with the MP9. Electronic is here as well. And that's going to be quite the cleanup. They won't lose a single player. And again, the limitation of risk there is quite good in how Simple saw the players by playground, fell back and tried to utilize the team together to limit the damage, and that's exactly what they did.
It looked like Electronic was pointing at his screen after the round finished. Not sure what for, but maybe we will see what they've got up their sleeve in this round, because they are sticking with the SMGs on the majority of the players. So perhaps Na'Vi will take some liberties in this round. A couple of players going to look in towards mid. The counter utility will force them back. And considering it is FORZE's map pick here, and one they have played a hell of a lot in the last 3 months, sure we can expect the standard map control utility to be on point from them. They will slowly start to move towards bathrooms, where Bit is not ready for that first fight, and Simple can't follow up either. Great start to the round from Krad.
Huge start to the first buy round for FORZE. Going to get expensive very quickly for Na'Vi. Well, it already has, really. How do you respond to this situation? Combine the efforts on B. The A-bomb site's well and truly been taken. And more scalps being taken by FORZE as well. Perfecto and Electronic may not be able to save much here, but then again, they've got the SMGs, not the rifles. They can still do damage in the round to come, though. See if Shelfie chooses to go back, but that's a promising start for FORZE. Straight into action on their first buy round, likely to survive with 5 as well. Maybe there's a few more kills to come. We'll see how far Perfecto goes. But couldn't really ask for more from that first round as far as FORZE are concerned.
I love that angle from Xiaofi. Instead of sticking around close on those stairs where the SMG might be able to beat him, just goes for the long-range angle with the AK. Even if you have no cover back in spawn, it's a fight you're pretty much always going to win at that range. This is nice from Krad, winning the first fight, and then I thought Simple had this trade almost guaranteed, but Krad comes out on top unexpectedly. And no way that the Na'Vi players can hunt down those AKs and try and steal them away. That means Na'Vi buy still a bit awkward here. They've got themselves a few more rifles into this follow-up round.
Simple sending it once again. Bit's pretty close as well. Nice combo. Bit could hear him. Getting tagged one way or another, Krad. Down he goes. Na'Vi needed an aggressive response. Little short on util. You can see Jerry trying to make a difference now. What is happening there? NPL's got a USP. Perfecto. Maybe trying to switch weapons. I don't know, but NPL's gone down in the meantime, as has Simple. The dream is collapsing pre-PDQ pretty damn quick for Na'Vi. 2 versus 3 now. Flurry of frags suddenly for FORZE. You can see Jerry is using the time he has afforded to him. Still a minute on the clock for FORZE.
Jerry is low on health here, so this fight is winnable for Perfecto, and indeed the headshot delivered. And now FORZE have to figure out, do they want to go into this B site? They've seen one of the 2 players here, but maybe they'll use that info to their advantage. Where that Perfecto is likely positioned on short. And now that Perfecto is in that advanced position, Bit decides to rotate away. So it really is all on the anchor. Oh no, Bit has come back and spotted them. The smoke onto the site will help though. Molly into short, not going to do enough because Perfecto's able to smoke it himself, but the fight won by Zorte. And now Bit has to find both these players, and well, he's been blinded early. That allows a reposition. Xiaofi also able to fall back. And now Bit has to clear out so many angles on this retake. And Xiaofi's reposition is so nice. Bit had no clue Xiaofi would go back in that direction. FORZE turned that round in completely. That looked lost and they somehow win it.
Yeah, it just flipped on its head with 3 kills all of a sudden. I'm not sure what was going on with NPL. He seemed to drop his weapon, and he had a USP, but it was happening off camera, so I'm not exactly sure what the deal was. But it looked like he was walking towards Monster, so...
And then he got sprayed through the smoke, right? So
yeah,
I don't know if they heard him dropping his gun or what, but they got him.
Not really sure what that was about, but I'll maybe check the demo for that one, try and understand what was happening there later on. And indeed, this has turned around very quickly for Na'Vi, and it might be early to wonder how many rounds they get on their CT side, bearing in mind the associated rounds they have are the pistol, basically. But, yeah, this has somewhat been like lightning strikes that we've seen from FORZE in these rounds. So, certainly a promising start from the underdogs. But all the action is to come, of course. Currently ranked about 32, FORZE, versus the dizzying heights of Na'Vi. I think Jerry's had some interesting comments in... Well, he's been mentioned in recent interviews, but from other teams. Hold on a second. Look at this charge from Na'Vi. Nothing to lose, and FORZE have lost almost all their positions. The molly hasn't landed on the bomb, which is surely going to make more of them die at the very least. I can't see the round being won at this point, but it might cost them some more. You can see Bits running away with the rifle. Will they die to the bomb, though, FORZE? No, they'll make it out there. That got scary for a second. They take the lead then, FORZE. 3-2 as Na'Vi come back for a bye.
Yeah, not too bad at the end there. Can't complain about it if you are Na'Vi. It's been interesting hearing the rumblings ahead of this Pro League group. I think a lot of people think this group is fairly open. You already have a lot of decent teams here, like Spirit, who can cause upsets. And quite a few people are fairly high on this FORZE team. They think that FORZE can do some damage in this group. Players like Xiaofi have been highly praised. And even Result, as the new player, apparently has very good aim, even if he is inexperienced. Yeah, maybe we're seeing why early here. FORZE doing some good damage in this one. He's going aggressive. That flash was not well timed from Simple. It just ends up walking out straight to his death from the team flash.
I feel like there's the anime, by the way, but I feel like every round so far they've been super aggressive towards the A bomb site. So we'll see if or when they change things up. Anime powered by Monster though. NPL holds things down. Exactly what Na'Vi needed, but it is always about how you finish, not about how you start. And Result is here now looking to find something. Caught with a grenade in his hand, and the Molly will do the rest of the work. Does get a frag for his troubles, but it's 3-on-2 in favor of Na'Vi.
Oh, now Krad can be a crazy player at times. I've seen him do some mad things. He might not need to here because Zorte just wins that fight against Simple straight up, and now Krad does try to go through the smoke. Zorte still able to trade, but Perfecto might be unexpected in his position. He's pushed to the right here. Playing back from truck now as Zorte tries to close the gap. 23 seconds. Plenty of time to try and clear these angles. Now he knows. And the molly is going to be so valuable here. Perfecto forced to the right. Zorte hits the shot, but not the frag. Second time he gets it, and FORZE keep going.
Beautiful from Zorte. Was getting a bit hard as they made their way to the site, but he had a rough idea of where that flashbang came from when he took down the point player. Beautiful stuff. You could see Electronic was turning away for a support flashbang, which had to come from the site, from that right-hand side, was able to find the target, eventually tagged through the truck, confident enough to finish off the job with the AWP as well. Beautiful stuff. Again, another back and forth round, which Na'Vi have in their grasp, but slips away once again.
Yeah, Zorte proving his worth with that AWP. Definitely a reliable AWPer, I would say. When I've seen him play in the past, absolutely proved it there. But man, this is looking a little disjointed from Na'Vi at times. I thought the Perfecto had a really good opportunity in that clutch. I thought he had the ability to catch Zorte off guard because he rotated up so quickly. Zorte one step ahead of him. And now Na'Vi stuck down on the pistols again.
Yeah, this is a pretty rough CT side for them then. But again, there's like, sometimes one team gets smashed, but there's, there's windows. There's windows where it feels like, I don't know if they're in control is the right phrase to use, but there's windows where it feels like they are the favorites to win the round, but then FORZE find a way, round after round. Some individual flair from Zorte in that one to finish off the job. You could see him absorbing the information, then using it to his advantage. Very, very nice from him. Again, anti-eco protocol then from FORZE. And I do wonder for the buy round to come, if Na'Vi are going to be very forward with Simple and Bit once again around the A-bomb side, or if they'll try something different. But it seems they do want to take the fight to FORZE on their CT side one way or another. But after losing so many rounds early, they may be forced to play a little more passive. That's the bomb seen immediately by NPL, which will mean rotation for these ecoing Na'Vi players.
Oh, whoa, hang on, where did that come from? Electronic just finds 2 Deagle headshots from the heavens. Maybe there's more to this round than anticipated. Another fight goes the way of Na'Vi. This time the pistols might just get it done. Zorte, the only man remaining, has to clutch again. But the spray transfer isn't enough. Simple arrives from the back lines. And just when it looks like FORZE have got control on this T side, Na'Vi do that to them.
That's one way to keep the score close then, isn't it? Electronic with 2 Deag shots from the balcony. Wonder where the smoke was. 3-4 then. Maybe this will be the unlikely turning point. Very nice. Smoke on the site, but why not the balcony? They will rue that one. Can't allow him. That's a literal window of opportunity there for Electronic with his Desert Eagle. Delivering the goods as no one seems to be watching. Molly for T-Ramp then. See if there are some HE grenades behind it. Nope, it'll be held on to for now. Actually, I think Bit did throw one. Alright then, let's see if Na'Vi can have a change of fortune. We'll see that Simple isn't pushing up long as he was in the previous round. He'll have the AWP over towards B instead.
And FORZE have gone for some contact plays through Monster previously. So maybe that's part of why Simple was happy to put that AWP trained on this angle. We've seen MPL already have a couple of fair fights in this position. See that MPL has the incendiary ready if Simple needs to shoot. Oh, good timing on it. Simple able to get away with the opener and uses that flash to get back to safety. Really well worked by Simple early.
1 minute on the clock for the 4 remaining players who have no flashbangs. They have 2 smokes they could maybe use to obscure some angles, but that could end up in giving the CTs places to hide. But they wish they could hide from Simple. That bomb is almost in T-spawn, but there are 40 seconds remaining, but that's a lot of work for 2 players to do on the A bomb site. In the meantime, Jerry swinging forward, and there was a smoke to obscure some vision, but will it be enough? Crad has got more to find after getting 2 headshots. Electronic and Perfecto down on the site. Simple creeping now. 24 seconds remain. And now Zorte has to do it all again, but he's walking into a crossfire because we have Bit by that long position. 15 seconds, and he may think better of this. Might be too hard to pursue this round further. So it looks like he'll be saving his AWP.
And the money is awkward on FORZE. Losing bonus low. So this saved AWP might be the main weapon that they can work with in this round. I think that's a nice example of Na'Vi kind of taking initiative, but it's not as committed as some of the earlier rounds, right? Where they're flashing into mid and going for these really aggressive plays. It's Simple, you know, holding an angle, but letting the fights come to him and just doing a really solid job with his positioning there, catching the FORZE players out. As you were pointing out, the utility not really there for FORZE towards the later stage of the round. Made it difficult for them. And now Bit just needs to be a little careful. MP9 out, because these pistols are going to be a little scary in connector.
He must have just been seen there by a result, surely. Don't think he realized it, but he has got into a better position. Simple's missed the first shot though, and things become awkward pretty quickly then. Bit dancing by divider. I think the right will probably be his most biggest concern. Simple can hold the outside while Bit focuses on the inside, because he's trying to elevate his position to avoid the headshot. Doesn't work out for him though. FORZE continues to creep closer to the site, which will surely be concerning. You can see Perfecto moving closer to CT on B in case of fast rotations needed. Electronic now will cover Simple's right-hand side, but Long is being left open in the meantime. While there's a smoke up, Simple sword of foot, that's enough to get a quick shot onto Zorte, and he'll continue to hunt then. These pistols continue to dance around. Shalfie carrying the bomb. Oh, that's a nasty one off the crash. And he spotted the shoulder. Simple with the 4K grotesque shots. He loves that.
Oh, man. Yeah, a little thumbs up.
Casual thumbs up. Oh, my God. That escalated damn quick.
Oh, yeah. Just shoot him through the wall, mate. Why not? In case you're new to watching Counter-Strike, yeah, this is what he sees. No X-ray for him. This one. Yeah. At least he saw the shoulder on the last player, but my God. The stars align for Simple.
You nasty.
I gotta say, Simple's feeling it, man. This is exactly what I wanted to see. Looks like he is here to show us that he wants to still be that best player in the world, because it has been questioned at the start of this year. Hasn't been at his best. Still been solid. And now we're starting to see the Simple we know and love. And we're only 9 rounds in.
Cheeky HE. Doesn't connect, but I appreciate the style. Oh man,
Ooh.
maximum damage. Oh, Bit didn't last long, did he? I was about to say no early frags in this round, but that's not true. Left slumped by the bin. And with that, there's an instant focus towards B from FORZE. But have a look at Monster on short B. Na'Vi being proactive now, maybe reading how FORZE might respond to this. They will look for something. Perfecto edging forward, covering the right-hand side, while Electronic keeps an eye on the left. Now, Result could pop out from connector here if required. Down goes Shalfie. There's a quick pop out, but where's the communication about Perfecto's position? He gets another one for free. 3 on 3 as Crad moves through Monster then, and Perfecto's surely about to get barbecued. Indeed he is, but there'll be a trade with Molotovs as Zorte once again is in the clutch. 1 versus 2, Simple and Electronic both on the site, but with connector door open, he's going to be paranoid about his 6. Continuing to move forward, bombs on the floor as well, 30 seconds. This is doable, but he has to dodge the AWP. Smoke up to cover some angles, but he can't cover Simple's angle. 6-4 then, Na'Vi have turned their fortunes around and taken control in this first half.
Yeah, again, FORZE get off to a good start in the round. They get another clean entry. I think they've done a little better on the early fights than the scoreline is showing right now. It was a 5v4 that they would like to have converted. That play from Perfecto where he doesn't get traded, brings the numbers back. Fighting fire with fire on the B site as we got 2 molly kills. And then Zorte left in a tricky clutch. And now falls back down to the pistols in this one. B site is somewhat weak right now for Na'Vi. Only 2 players fully committed to the bomb site. Though there are reinforcements that I think can arrive pretty quickly. Perfecto up close, this could be dangerous. Those pistols doing a decent job at getting onto that B bomb site. Guns recoverable in a 3v3.
Oh, Electronic's done a great job throwing the molly through the smoke off the pillar to try and stop the bomb plant. He will get the bomb planter at the very least. So a 3 versus 2 then, as they wait for that smoke to go. Bit up top, will have to flirt with his teammates on the bottom, or will he? He gets the first kill, leaving Shalfie as the last one to fall. 3 survive for Na'Vi, that'll be enough. Simple coming to life in these recent rounds. 15 for 4 now as they get their 7th round on the board.
And Na'Vi there committing to the close angles on the setup, which was a little costly early. Electronic from Heaven couldn't help his teammates initially, but as you said, put that incendiary onto the site, which helped them get off onto the right start on the retake. Eventually able to come through with it. His FORZE now back to a bye round, and they really will want to bounce back here because they had a 4-2 lead earlier. They were stringing rounds together, but even those rounds were ones where it felt like Na'Vi still had the edge, and then they made a play to bring it back, and now this mid-aggression is working wonders for Bit. This time he wins the opening 2 fights, and Simple will just fall back happy with the man advantage.
After a bumpy start, Na'Vi have come straight back into things. Seem to have solved the problems. Still, there's never a pop flash when someone throws that molly. How many years will it take? Imagine if there's a T there and he's blind and then the molly drops. He doesn't know he's on fire. He dies for free, surely. No one ever does it, man. Maybe one day.
One day.
50 seconds on the clock. Man, disadvantage for FORZE. And Simple is lurking somewhere. So almost a guarantee that one of your players is about to be lost, and Shalfie looks like he's about to peek all the wrong angles, or is he? You can see the distraction with the smoke into the molly. Shalfie with a grenade in his hand. What are you trying to do with that? You can't do that versus Na'Vi. Result and Zorte remain 2v3. ZNPL is in the smoke. Oh, he's given his position away and he's run. That's going to be very costly indeed. But They're playing together. A crossfire as there is bomb plant pressure. Zorte going for the plant now, dancing around the pillar. The scope will be heard. Perfecto moving closer. Into the water he goes, and Zorte will have to fall back as he cannot solve this problem any longer.
Locked in here, and Na'Vi know it. Do they want to hunt him down at the end of the round? MPL jumps around the corner, but Zorte able to land the shot. So at least holds on to the AWP. Man, that was just a bit awkward for FORZE. I mean, as you were saying, walking around the corner with a nade out like that is just wild. But they had more utility they could have worked with on the other players. I think it was just in awkward positions where Result was on B short with the full set of utility and arrived a little late. So he didn't really have the chance to line up those flashes to help his teammates. Unfortunately, that is costly, and Simple almost gets that chance for the opener. He's trying that jump throw on the nade, but decides against it. And now Bit just needs to be a little careful here and decides it is now time to get out of connector.
What will his timing be like? We can see Zorte still holding the angle. But he's moving forward. He's a support grenader as well. But he finds what he's looking for. That's a big frag, especially with the output that we've seen from Simple in this half so far. Now, previously when they got an early-ish frag on the A bomb site, they collapsed towards B immediately. I do wonder if they might be doing the same. Bit sees the shadows and pre-fire. Doesn't make a full connection, and Zorte is covering the angle. Things get more expensive for Na'Vi as Electronic creeps around the smoke. Then there were two. Perfecto and NPL remain. FORZE in a strong position for their fifth round. 36 seconds on the clock, and they've got 4 of their 5 players on that B bomb site. Perfecto of $2,800 remaining. Would love to hold on to this rifle, but he won't be holding on to the round.
Finally, some success for FORZE after that 4-round streak that was so long ago towards the start of the half. It was a 6-round win streak for Na'Vi that they are able to break. That's something for Perfecto. AK recovered for now. So it might be gone soon. Xiaofi lands the shot long range with the Galil. Does he get the AK? No. But it's all good. FORZE win their 5th round. Yeah, it feels like FORZE, when they're having some successful rounds, it's just winning these early fights so convincingly. Zorte has had a really good showing for himself. Brad working around that lurk smoke that you see deployed pretty often by the Ts. And now Na'Vi's money is actually awkward off the back of just the 1-round loss. Gotta be a little careful here towards the end of the half.
Yeah, this round should be worth 2 for FORZE if they can win it. Unless in the next round they don't smoke the balcony or something like that. We shall see. I like the mix of inexperience and wisdom on the FORZE side as well. With players like Jerry, the new man on the block can catch up very quick. Two flashes then for Na'Vi at minute 15. 2 flashes, 2 HEs. They will need to frag out on this one. It is going to be awkward though. AWP would be very nice indeed in a round such as this, but they don't have that luxury. Instead, we will see Simple ankle deep in the sewer.
How does this long contact play look then? Bit is in a position where he likely is going to have to fight his way out of it. He's got the first, turns around. It's MPL here to help him. Finally, they deal with Bit. Electronic also in position. Nice shot from Jerry, but it's still a man disadvantage. And look at the rotate. Everyone from Na'Vi in position at the right time. They stall for just long enough to allow that rotate to come in. And because those players were pushed onto B short, they just fly up connector and find that flank with great timing.
Again, that could have been a 7-8 scoreline for FORZE at halftime. They still have a chance for a 6th though. But that one was key to getting a bag of 2. 2 apples. At most, it will just be the one. Again, there's that running molly towards T-Ramp. There's one in the playground as well. Now that does have caused the threat of CTs being in aggressive positions, which will slow down around in general and cause you to use more util to clear out certain spots. You can see connector door's been blown off as well. Zorte posted up, Bit dancing, top connector. There's the cover for Zorte taken away. And there's a cover for Bit. Simple taking Crad down as he tries to trade the frag. Both these teams dancing around the connector position, top, middle, and bottom. There's a hell of a frag from Shalfie. And maybe there's a chance of FORZE after all.
Yeah, it looked like MPL kind of just fell off his elevated angle there, so maybe that's what allowed Shalfie the favorable fight. And now this B site will be the end goal for FORZE by the looks of things, using all their utility towards B. Look at the possessions from Na'Vi. Perfecto still down below. Electronic can help him, but Jerry has taken 2 kills from that equation, and now they can get that bomb down. Oh my God, Simple.
Did he go for a wallbang again? No, it's just going to be a clean one from him. Zorte once more in the clutch. He's had many 1vx's in this half to deal with, and here is another one. Got to be careful around that smoke in case it's a one-way. You can see him just jiggling, trying to bait a shot in case there is one. No one's touched the bomb just yet, though. There it is. So where is the cover now? He looks for Simple, but Simple will get there first. Can see the mouse going up. Doesn't go down too fast, though. And with that, it'll be 10 rounds for Na'Vi.
3 months, they've played it 25 times. That practice hasn't fully paid off here, though. Na'Vi, a different level of competition than they're used to facing. And Simple, just a different beast in that first half. 20 kills for him, 10 rounds for Na'Vi. And they've got some utility here for this T-side pistol. P250 in Simple's hands. This Perfecto just going contact out monster. And he might see that this B site is a little more clear than they would expect right now.
What is the meaning of this, though? What does it mean? Where are they? Is everybody here? Are they hiding? Look at this pixel angle from MPL. Spots Jerry and pops his head immediately. Squeezed it like a grape. This is so interesting. Not one, but 2 players through Monster. Probably reading that eventually a CT must appear, and surely a free frag is around the corner. Starting to advance now, and Resolt's found 2 from that short position. Always a thorn in the side of CT holding that short spot. Bit fishing. NPL around the corner looking to swing now. Imagining maybe he's low on bullets, but he still manages to deliver a 3rd one before eventually going down. Result: Crad and Shalfie versus Electronic and Bit. 3 USPs and a Glock. Will they move together through Monster? USP is going to be in the back. 30 seconds remain as Crad makes his way over as well. Shalfie's holding an off angle. Almost 1 for 3. Swinging on Electronic. Bombs dropped as well. Now it gets harder for Bit. 1 versus 2. And Crad will finish off the job. Very engaging pistol round over towards that B bomb site.
Yeah, the initial aggression from FORZE didn't really work out for them. The initial play into connector. But Result on that short position just did so much work in that round. He deserves a lot of credit. Didn't have the best first half, but that is huge impact to come through with in the second half pistol. And that is really what FORZE needed to try and get themselves back on track here on their map pick. Do still have a Deeg out for Simple in this round, alongside a couple of other players. It definitely known for his headshots also. Oh boy, and there's the first from Simple. You give him an inch, and he'll take your whole arm.
Or a kidney.
Why not? Take
Getting
whatever
good money for those.
Wonder what's more valuable. Probably the kidney.
Kidney.
Yeah, I don't know what you can
Don't
do
know how
with
much
an
you
arm.
can do with an arm. You can throw it at someone. Some shots for a CT on the rails. That's a nice P250. You've got a poppy loadout.
Yeah,
See if you can do anything with
nicely.
it. I don't even know what it's called.
Yeah, same. I don't know if I've ever seen that in game before.
Shalfie needs a flashbang, but there are no flashes or any other utility whatsoever. He's going to have to swing dry. So close to a second kill. Bit will do the job for him. Bomb's been dropped now, that'll certainly help. Trying to defend from the side, putting some range between him and his assailants. Result will hold things down as FORZE continue the catch-up.
Damn, great start to the second half for FORZE, and specifically for Result. And maybe this is a scenario where, being the most inexperienced player on the server, I think it's fair to say, it's helpful for him to just be on that CT side. It's a little easier to make those decisions. And funnily enough, Result, I think he said in the media day, he actually used to play on a team with NPL. He's good friends with NPL. So that makes him a little less scared of this matchup against Na'Vi. Always cool to see the new players coming through in the CIS region. This angle from Crad. This guy goes so aggressive sometimes, but Bit there to meet him. And it's hard going up against Bit, man. Always headshots from this guy.
Heading towards the minute mark. Na'Vi being real careful. But it's hard for NPL to press forward when that door is blown off. Can be really advantageous if the CTs are in the right positions. 4 of them remain, and Sharply starting to wonder. He's been patient in his spot. Now he could catch these players off guard. NPL is the man at the back. Oh, the timing. Issa flashbang just as he reveals himself top connector. But I haven't seen the bomb just yet. We can see it's in the hands of Bit, who's near T-spawn. But which way do they go? Short B is in the control of FORZE. It's going to kill time for Na'Vi if they want to head in that direction. But do they feel like they need to in order to make a play in the right direction? There goes the flashbang. Result will eat that one. But not before he finds both of them somehow. What a performance from Result. His 12th kill, and that could be everything. Where are the remainder of Na'Vi going? They're looking to fall back.
No time for them. I think because Result survives in that position for so long, just buys that extra time. Wow, what a surprise there. I mean, the peak came slightly before the flashbang. So I'm not sure if they were expecting him to turn, but I don't think he's ever hearing that flash come his way. He's always just going to try and keep his crosshair on that position, you know? Even if you get blind, you probably just try and pre-fire it. Yeah, what a step up here for FORZE. This CT side looking solid. Na'Vi there having time issues early. And I wonder if this is one of those scenarios where when you're the team that doesn't play as much Overpass, you can struggle sometimes on that T side. We're seeing how hard it can be to get that pacing right. Oh, Zorte will take that fight every day of the week. Clean man advantage for FORZE.
Crowd creeping by the toilets. We can see Zorte rotating for FORZE to make a play. Wants to understand the climate towards long. And with that essentially being cleared by Zorte, oh, the shadow advantage, always good for the CTs. That bomb is a lot of information indeed. They can choose to defend that bomb or choose to slowly fall back. Crad will be lost, and Zorte definitely doesn't want AWP anywhere near simple. He'll engage at range if he needs to. He's still in an awkward spot, though. If he wants to cross back to the site, it's going to be very, very awkward for him indeed. You can kind of feel that awkwardness now. And Simple's going to punish him as Zorte is somewhat trapped. A juicy AWP awaits if he can make it that far. Shalfie desperately trying to keep Simple away from it. Just edging forward on long. The bomb's been dropped, though. And maybe that's most of the damage done then. Or is it? NPL with the Desert Eagle picks up the M4 as well. And Jerry's so close to going down. Will get all that he needs towards the end. The scary one, they won't rescue the AWP, so it'll be a little more expensive for FORZE. That was a lot of damage done by Na'Vi. They can build on that as this half continues.
That Simple has been looking filthy throughout this map. The fact that he gets the FAMAS out for the headshot. Crazy scenes. I thought he was just going to try and almost jiggle peek and keep that player in place while his teammates pushed up the short side. But no, he can just take the fight and do something crazy. And first timeout taken here by Na'Vi. I feel like this is the first timeout we've had all map long, to be honest with you. And the buys will be coming through shortly. I think Na'Vi are slightly shortchanged. I was looking up the stats before this map, and technically, Jerry has higher ADR than Simple in the last 3 months. Now, obviously, they're playing against different levels of competition. I'm ready for the Jerry supremacy, man. Came through with the final 2 kills in that previous round. And we definitely have a game on our hands here. 10-9. Na'Vi need to show us that they can perform here. They haven't picked up a single T round yet.
Oh, man, I was waiting for 2 to come there. I really am a Jerry fan. Been a Jerry fan for years. I think I need to put a Jerry sticker on my anime gun. This looks like a good team for him as well. I think this map are great tests to see how FORZE are doing at the moment. And again, those fights we saw, how both teams are using rifle support around their snipers, how they're fighting above, in, and below connector. From toilets down to short B, it's like a core area, which both teams seem to be very adept at dealing with. And it's quite interesting to watch them challenge each other in that respect. How timing works with the door blown off. Very, very fascinating stuff. Very engaging so far. And this is just the first map of the series. Both flash, but they don't fire a bullet, so there's not as much warning as FORZE could have had, but we'll see if they're ready for it. Shalfie and Result here, Jerry to hold the high ground as well. It's a nice looking setup for FORZE, but they still need to deliver the frags. There's a jump through the smoke. Shalfie's in the smoke himself. He can't see what's going on. How does he trade then? Look at these frags come through from Electronic and Perfecto. Seems to have solved the issue for now, but Shalfie is still here. Smoke is going. Electronic gets his bell rung, but he's still alive with 12 HP. Crad and Zorte remain 2 on 2. Zorte has an idea of where Electronic is. Crad's on a long rotation. Simple and Short B might not hear him coming just yet. Laser focused on Monster as he moves through. There's no kit for either of these players. They'll need one on the site. Otherwise, I don't know how they do this. Zorte gets one tapped by Simple as well. They're not going to show for him. They'll try and play the bomb. But Electronic may need Simple to come out to help him out here. 12 HP in a dream. And Simple will just about save his bacon. Another round in the bag then. Finally for Na'Vi.
Yeah, lovely timing on that swing from Simple at the end there. Electronic must have had some pretty good comms to say, look, he's pushing me. If you swing at the right time here, you can make it really awkward for the CT. Exactly what happens. And this is almost like some old school Na'Vi right now, leaving very low time on the clock in these rounds. But this time, in the chaos, they come out ahead. And look at what it means for FORZE's buy. They fully invested, and it is not great. When your best weapon is a FAMAS, I think you're allowed to feel sorry for yourself.
Ooh, this is like looking as bad as a petrol station curry.
Oof.
Rather you than me. This looks horrible. Now, we've seen Desert Eagles do quite a lot in this game so far, but we don't have plural Desert Eagles. We just have the singular. One for Crad. You can see him jump peeking from closer to the A-bomb site. Hiding behind that smoke for now. Crad and Simple will say hello to each other through the flames. I love that dance. It's trying to catch each other off guard. In the meantime, Electronic will walk into B. There's Zorte with the scout, but not for long. And with that, he'll disengage, 28 HP. Depending on where NPO is, he can pick up a Mac 10 later on. Perfecto will punish Result for trying to find Electronic as well. So the two of them working together well as a unit, going to collect the bomb now while the rest of the team focus on the A-bomb site. 30 seconds remain, and one by one, FORZE are falling like dominoes with no answer to any of these frags.
That bomb can now just go onto that A site with ease, even if the time has been left low. Na'Vi's kills are so convincing in this round, it doesn't really matter too much. So this will be Na'Vi up to 12. And honestly, it's going to put a lot of pressure onto FORZE now. It should be a save for FORZE in this next round. And Na'Vi are getting uncomfortably close to picking up this map right now. FORZE have definitely put up a pretty solid fight here on Overpass. But overall, we are seeing the class of Na'Vi shine through in the long run. Simple up there at 25 kills. Hasn't been as dominant in this second half, but hasn't really needed to be. Na'Vi have started to step up. Without him, the rifle is definitely delivering. See there, Jerry was able to save the Scout and the CZ. So Scout gets dropped to Zorte. And a third timeout taken by FORZE. I don't even know if they can invest really anything here. With their losing bonus, they probably just want to full save and make sure they get another decent gun round together. Yeah, this is tough. This is tough now for FORZE.
Yeah, they that was such a rough force buy. On the back foot now as far as their economy is concerned. We saw Simple start well in the first half. 25 frags on the board. Far ahead of everybody else at the moment. The standard bearer in Counter-Strike. Doing well for the time being.
Yeah, I feel like we've seen all of the real standout players on each team here just try and style on people in the group stages of Pro League. Really get to see that difference in level between the top players, the top teams, and everyone else. Ooh, that's something from Jerry. But it is only the MAC-10 that MPL lost in Connector. Still a little spread here. The bomb. Oh, hang on. The bomb in the hands of Bit. That could have been awkward. He's got one kill, but he's still got no backup there in his position.
Oh, this is real awkward.
Simple's on the A site. Yeah, this is uncomfortable.
Yeah, he's got two teams around him. You can see like he is just legging it away from them, but they're chasing him.
Oh, no!
And the USP will do the job. Keep your gun out. Simple will race over. Sooner he gets there, well, it's already a rough situation, but how do we even post up now? You've got the Scout and the M4 to defend, but Jerry is lurking with a MAC-10. He's on the way as well. You can see how they're trying to cover each other's backs. Sharfy looking for a crouch peek. There's Jerry spotted. There are 30 seconds on the clock. They'll both be dealt with, and they know where Jerry is as well. Electronic could hold the angle, so they could all head towards B if they wanted to. But it seems they may stream towards A. Now, if Perfecto goes long, he is done for here. There's an AK to be collected. 1 versus 2. Jerry will take that all day. How do they plant the bomb in this situation? Charging forward, Jerry. A scary one for Na'Vi, but they'll secure the round.
Yeah, listen, a couple of these rounds are getting uncomfortable for Na'Vi. They keep on spreading out, running down the clock. This time, some well-timed aggression from FORZE makes things awkward, but this is the moment. Simple just wins that first fight. Zorte can't turn in time. And Jerry desperate to get back to the site quickly, but hard to get the timing on his opponents there. Big buy for FORZE now. They've got the M4s out, but not enough money for the AWP. Will be a pretty standard setup early for FORZE. Look at that though, Shalfie. Where did that come from? That's a wallbang onto B short for the opening kill.
Oh, Simple knows that one very well. Standing in the corner. Spraying the bottom left of the woods. Goes straight into that connector position. I learned that from watching Simple actually, and he's the recipient of it. Bitter taste on that frag. Oh, NPL has got to be careful about the stairs. You've got to switch your gun to your left-hand side because it blocks the position.
There's no way.
That specific angle, your AK stops you from clearing the stairs properly unless you toggle it into your left hand. And that is what we have just witnessed there. But even Crad hasn't seen either. He has no idea someone's just gone past him.
Crad's still like holding connector right now. He's like, yeah, connector's clear, guys. Oh, but now he can cut up behind them, and they might actually be completely clueless. Oh, baby, big spray incoming. He drops that first player. That's the bomb awkwardly dropped behind. MPL has to go back for it. 2v4 towards this site, but Crad continues flanking quickly. And MPL just has no shot here, surely. That's a good headshot. No chance for the trade because this smoke is up. It's a 1v1. It's another headshot. MPL needs to be aware they're flanking him right now, but he's looking for the rotate instead. Or does he go B? What a read from MPL.
Are they close enough to hear him? I think they are. The race is on. He needs to plant it quickly because they could get to that balcony before he can get into a post-plant position. He manages to escape. He's on for this then. Needs 2 more for the 1 versus 4. Jerry up in the balcony. Oh, the angle. NPL looked away. That could have been everything, but timing won't allow him. Oh man, that would have been amazing for him. FORZE will go up to presumably get a better weapon as the bomb will soon be defused on the B bomb site. They'll head towards their 10th round here. If they start defusing, hopefully they will. He has a kit. You never know. 2 AKs at the very least. Guess they can't find a sniper. Oh man, that would have been a hell of a clutch.
Yeah, it almost looked like as soon as MPL had a little time to think of the decisions he had to make, it went against him. There's that wallbang you were talking about. But yeah, the initial instincts were great from MPL there in the way he isolated the first couple of fights. I don't know if he just overthought things. I don't know if someone maybe thought they heard a step that they didn't. It's hard to know. But either way, it is a much-needed round for FORZE. Look at Blade, very vocal here during this timeout. Clearly wants Na'Vi to get this over the line here with the lead they have right now.
Getting closer then. 27 frags for Simple. Marching towards 30 in regulation time. FORZE are on the catch-up. I love watching that grenade. It's so sublime, the movement. One of the best things about Counter-Strike, the freedom of movement. We're all seagulls. Flying around waiting to take a dump on someone.
So poetically put.
We are from the internet after all.
Absolutely. Wow, FORZE rotating a fair few players up to the A site in this round. I wonder if those A players will have the lineup to help re-smoke Monster to help those players on B, because there's contact through Monster already here. Electronic in this advanced position. They don't have the bomb in hand right now, but a flash over the top. Electronic looking for this angle. He finds it. And now Jerry in an uncomfortable position. He gets traded. Where's the bomb going, though? The bomb might come back towards A here.
How does it get to its teammates, though? There are 2 CTs between them, and they've spotted the guys on the A bomb site as well. The Jig might be up here, as they are both lost to Zorte. And now Simple's in no man's land. He'll trade Zorte, but does he know that Crad is there as well on the flank? He can give the warning to Shalfie as to what is happening. He'll have an angle from Connector as well. If he isn't hurt, there's Perfecto, there's Simple, there's no frag for Crad. Shalfie then 1v1, but Simple will trade. Down to the wire we go, and you can see he needs that bonus money. Actually, he doesn't, but he'll take it anyway. Great focus in that respect. 14-10. So close these rounds, but Na'Vi maybe pulling away from FORZE now.
Yeah, these rounds don't look fully comfortable and fully structured from Na'Vi in the way that they're getting map control. We're seeing FORZE find some timings, find some positions to make life difficult for Na'Vi in these rounds when they try and play between the bomb sites. But still, Na'Vi's individuals and just sharpness shine through, and Crad will be kicking himself. If he even just gets a single kill on the flank, that alone might be enough. But instead, Shalfie gets left in a 1v2, and Simple was so quick to get that trade kill. This was Zorte playing behind those players in bathrooms. Brad let Simple go, which was the right decision. You see here, this is that trade. So good from Simple to get that instantly. And unfortunately for FORZE, they've had their chances. They haven't converted them. And this is the position they've left themselves in. Oh, now it's a B rush.
Oh, Rizal! Wow, he almost gets two from that. Giving his team a chance of trying to. Bit has found himself at a very strong angle, but we have somewhat of a stalemate. Na'Vi have disengaged. They tried to find Xiaofi in connector with the M4. Such an important position. Simple goes down as well as Electronic. And all of a sudden, Na'Vi are hanging on to this round by a thread. Perfecto, 16 HP. And now it's just Bit 1 versus 4. If they survive in the numbers as well, FORZE, that would be amazing. Potentially they could pick up so much from this round. But first they've got to deal with Bit in the clutch now. He finds Jerry by the pillar. He's got to find him quick and finish him off before the rest of the team comes in. Won't happen though. And the rifles will be collected. 3 AKs brought into this round. Not a likely round for FORZE, but exactly what they needed for their economy.
Yeah, Na'Vi second-guessed themselves. They've done that a couple of times throughout this T side. The fast B play could have been okay, but they didn't realize they start to stall slightly, allow some of those FORZE players to come in through connector to find those awkward angles. Now look at Na'Vi. Electronic's got a P250. Couple of MAC-10s in there. I mean, at least you get the ult for Simple, but this is such a top-heavy buy. Oh, it might not matter though. Crag caught out early. And that's a gun you can recover.
FORZE are going to have to do this the hard way. Oh, no. That's a psychological defeat as well as a physical one.
They didn't even tag him.
The MAC-10. But, oh, man. That is... I think that's where this map might be lost. Honestly. How do you come back from that? Well, Zorte's on long. And the bomb's heading towards the A bomb site. It is a 2 versus 4, so we're asking for a hell of a lot here. And he is somewhat flanking now, while Simple lurks. Oh dear, oh dear. After such a battle on Overpass, it's been a great example of why this map is so awesome when you have the right level to play it. But that MAC-10 situation is disastrous for FORZE. That puts Na'Vi on game points.
Yeah, that sucks. Simply put, 2 rifles against the MAC-10. To lose out like that, brutal. Great flash onto Simple, but he's playing a position where he's able to tuck back into cover. They are really hunting aggressively here, Na'Vi. Want to take everything away from FORZE. It will not win that fight. And so it looks like the 2 rifles should be saved. Something for FORZE to work with, and they've been able to be competitive in these rounds when they have the weaknesses in their buy, so who knows? Maybe they can keep us in this one, but it does feel like Na'Vi are just always having the edge when they need it as this map goes on. Simple close to the 30 bomb right now. Bit's also had a very solid performance for himself. Smoke down early. Always got to be careful. Got to make sure that does, in fact, extinguish the incendiary. Try and throw it a little closer to the flame. It doesn't just fly straight through. Here we go.
Ooh.
Boost for Xiaofi.
They need something. Yeah, they really do need something. Even if he can't get a kill here, this is information. This is quite telling. This time the MAC-10 will be defeated. And then there were 4. Zorte might be good for a frag here. Or I don't know if he got some sound cues. He must have heard something there. That would explain him carrying on as well. So the presence being eliminated towards B maybe forces Na'Vi's hand to show some presence there in order to pull the defensive from pillar to post. We can see Krad fishing as that smoke will soon be dissipating. Falling back to the site. Zorte, though, creeping around, has been punished by Simple. He is carrying the bomb, I don't know if Sorto was facing him, if he has that information. 37 seconds in this 4-on-4. Still plenty of util for Na'Vi to make an execute onto a site, but which one will it be?
Oh, well, Result wins that B short fight, and that might make Na'Vi go back towards A. They feel like he was so far forward, they don't want to commit to that B bomb site. And so it is Krad and Xiaofi with a great chance on the hold. It spots that first player. 12 seconds. They need these entries, and they've got them. 2 entries onto the A site. That bomb will go down, and FORZE might be locked out here. Smoke is down. Jerry desperately looking for something. Result the same, but Simple playing on the front foot. And Jerry has it all to do. And they're not even giving him the fight right now. Simple's locking him in from behind. That should be it. 16-11 Na'Vi. They steal away FORZE's map pick.
32